welcome. Charlene Smith here. I am here today to discuss the game that is taking place at Stamford Bridge. That is Chelsea versus Arsenal. It's the first leg of the semi-final of the EFL Cup. As we know, Arsenal did manage to get a win on penalties over Crystal Palace in order for us to reach this stage. Our boy Kepa, who is a former Chelsea player, did manage to pull off an amazing save in order for us to progress on to this stage. Now, for me personally, this is a cup that I do want to win. As you know, you guys know that I just want to win every single competition that we are in. So just a quick update on that. We are top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League. We are obviously still in the Carabao Cup, hence the semi-final. And we are still in the FA Cup. So, you know, Arsenal have got an opportunity to do the quadruple this season. You know, that would just be amazing. Just think about it. You know, the prior seasons that we've had where we've been coming so close in the Champions League and the Premier League, not managing to get over the line, you know, where we've been dropping out of the competitions. I believe this competition we dropped out of, was it the semi-finals against Newcastle? You know, for us to go ahead this season and just manage to win all of them will be absolutely phenomenal. But, you know, it all comes down to what happens in this leg and the second leg as well. So what I would like to say is that I am happy that the first leg is being played at Stamford Bridge. I feel like that does give us an advantage, just kind of to sniff the team out a little bit. Yes, we did play Chelsea early on in the season in the Premier League, which resulted in a 1-1 draw. Quite disappointing, as Chelsea did go down to 10 men. But, you know, this is football. It's how it goes sometimes. However, there has been a change at Chelsea, you know. They have got a new head coach, which is Liam Rosner. And I must say, his personality has really been standing out to me. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, what he does do over with Chelsea. So, you know, that's obviously going to play a huge factor in this game. The fact that, number one, it is a competition. You know, we need to win. Chelsea are going to feel the need to win. They've now got someone new who is managing them. So, you know, that new manager bounce may come into effect. I guess the main thing is Arsenal just need to remember who we are, what we are playing for. And this cup means a lot to us. You know, we wanna win some trophies. Now, in terms of the starting 11, Kepa obviously did play in the previous fixture. Did manage to get a save that got us the win on the penalties, and he was awarded man of the match. So for me, why don't we just start Kepa, former Chelsea player as well? Start Kepa. However, if we do start our boy David Raya, we know he's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So either one, but I do think that Mikel Arteta will start with Kepa today. Now, there is some more injuries added to the list. You know, we obviously don't want to hear this, especially when we've got so many games so close together. You know, the turnaround is just so quick. It's like every time we turn around, there is another game to be played. So Saliba and Trossard, I'm not sure whether or not they'll be fit for today's game. They may be available, they may not. In regards to Saliba, ideally, I would have liked to have started, you know, with our centre-back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel. However, if Saliba is unavailable, thankfully, we have got, you know, versatile players who can sort of play in different positions. So Calafiori, as we know, is also out injured. I feel like we've got so many defenders, but so many of them are getting injured. Like, what's going on? What are you guys doing in training? Like, what's going on? Why is our defenders all injured at the minute? So for me, Lewis Skelly to start in that left-back position. I would say either White or Timber to play in the right-back position. Actually, do you know what? Let's play White in the right-back position. And then centre-back pairing, ideally we want Saliba to play. But if he's unavailable, then I'd play Timber in that position there. And then we'll have our boy Gabby on the other half of that centre-back pairing. That is what I would do. In terms of the midfield, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Oh, this one's a bit difficult. Would it be? I reckon Mikel Arteta will probably go for Odegaard. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind. Odegaard, fine. We'll play our captain. In terms of the front three, I would play Madueke in this game. I feel like Madueke brings a lot of quality, a lot of strength. Like, he's a great player, and I've been saying this, you know, from since he's joined Arsenal. He does have a great presence on the pitch. I love what he does. He's absolutely phenomenal. I can't talk. He's absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, stepping in for Bukayo Saka, that's a big job, and I feel like he does do that really well. So I would play Madueke and let our star boy Bukayo Saka get some rest for this game. In terms of the striking force, I would play Gyökeres. I personally feel that he is lacking in confidence. So I would start him in this game. I would give him at least 60 minutes. Hopefully he makes something happen. I really feel like he needs to score like a banging goal. You know, one of them goals where it's like, what? Gyökeres, did you actually score that? He needs like a banging goal. That is what Gyökeres needs to really give him that confidence boost. And I really feel like the fans need to get behind him and support him as well. You know, we saw the same thing when Kai Havertz joined, where it was difficult for him. You know, fans were on his case saying we paid X amount of money. He needs to be delivering. The expectation was there. I feel like the fans really need to get behind Gyökeres, support him. And I personally feel like he is going to come good. Like, he's going to be amazing. So just give him time. We need to let his confidence build and grow a bit more. But I do feel like Gyökeres is going to be, you know, he's going to show and prove himself in due time. So I'd say start Gyökeres today. And that leaves the last position, which is the left wing. Now, Martinelli had a difficult time after, you know, the situation with Bradley, so much speculation, so many opinions that were adverse of Martinelli, where, you know, we all do and say things in the heat of the moment, especially in a game like that where we want to get the 3 points. You know, Martinelli knows how important it is for us to get the 3 points, you know, for the team, for the club, as well as for the fans. You know, we're trying to win the Premier League. So, you know, that was just a moment of madness. But he came out, he apologised, you know, and even when you've got like influential people, ex-footballers that have a presence in the football scene that are making comments resulting to violence and stuff like that, that's just not acceptable. You know, we are all influential and we need to represent ourselves in the best way. And our opinions do matter to the audience. So, you know, we have got a responsibility as well to think before we speak with certain things that we say. And I think it was really wrong of Gary Neville to make a comment like that, you know, especially you've got so many young people watching who also play football. You know, this isn't the sort of language that we want to have going around. But I feel like Martinelli made a huge impact in that game against Portsmouth in the FA Cup. Phenomenal. I was so happy that he did manage to get that hat-trick. I feel like he really needed that, you know, to just kind of turn things around in a positive light. He apologised for his mistake that he made. And then he went on to get a hat-trick, man of the match. Martinelli definitely deserves to start in this game for me. So that is the starting 11 that I expect to see against Chelsea. Now, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenging game. We do know that Chelsea have got a lot of players. You know, they do pose a bit of a threat. We do know that they've got a new manager, new head coach as well. So it is going to be a tough game. We're at Stamford Bridge. But, you know, we need to go out there with our team. We need to go out there with the right mindset, which we could definitely see the players have got a shift in mindset. You know, we have got that winning mentality. We are showing a lot of resilience. So I do feel like we'll go out there today and put out a good performance. I personally feel like we need to get a win today. You know, obviously we have got a second leg to play, which is going to be at home. So we've got that home advantage. But ideally, I would like to go and get a result. I want to win today. I don't just want to settle for a draw, although we can get a draw, but then that's putting more strain on ourselves when Chelsea come to the Emirates. So for me, I want the win, okay? Straight W for us today. I do believe in the team, regardless of, you know, any injuries, any players who may not be available. I feel like there is some good squad depth. Like I said, we are showing a lot of resilience. We're showing a different mentality. So a win is what I would like today. I reckon my score prediction today is 2-1 Arsenal. I'm feeling really confident. As you can see, I got on my red dress as well, representing for the team. But yeah, let's go out there. Let's get that win. And then we bring them back to the Emirates and show them another W again there as well, and progress on to the final of this competition. Guys, as always, I love your feedback. Thank you so much for your feedback as well. I honestly appreciate all of it as well. There was a comment that I did actually read where you guys were like, Charlene, consistency is key. You guys love my analysis. You love the way I speak and everything. But consistency is key, which I totally 100% agree with you. So keep your comments coming in. Let me know how you guys are feeling ahead of this game, because I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think we may see on the starting 11 as well. If you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like and share this video as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Charlene Smith, and I'll be back to speak to you again soon. Bye for now.